Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. I'm not entirely sure what part this is because I'm getting toward the end, and again, when I do this, I'm doing it post-commentary. So, as you can see, showing off the characters that I've got in my group and what they are equipped with. And we are back in Lavos' shell, which is surprisingly roomy. Yes. And we make our way to a creepy heartbeat to find the next form of Lavos. And this form is my favorite. I think this is probably one of the most imposing boss forms ever. This just looks cool. And it's got awesome music. The Lavos, I'm not entirely sure what the name is for it. We've always referred to him as Lavos Heart because he kind of has a heart. You've got the heartbeat sound effect going on as we're walking. Plus, he's got all the chords. So, but I don't know about you, but most hearts don't have 2 arms, laser boobs, and 3 eyes. So, yeah. But Lavos Heart, one of the best boss fights ever, in my opinion. I love this music. I love the strategy behind it. This was always one of those, oh my god, this is an epic boss fight for the fate of the planet! And like any other boss fight, this one goes with, you have 3 targets that you are aiming for, left arm, right arm, and core. The arms can shoot those little scythe blades out, and if both hands are active, they will shoot in tandem, one after the other. This is kind of confusing. Lavos' left arm, if you are from Lavos' perspective, so the right arm from our perspective will heal him. It will heal the core ungodly amounts. So you want that to die. But really, just taking out a limb is useful, because once a limb is down, he can't use the Doors of Doom, which is his laser boob attack. And you only get one of those attacks when that happens. So, what I've done is I've just gone through and put in gold studs on everyone so that MP is free to use and just nuke people with ultimate magic attacks of Luminaire, Dark Matter. Aura Whirl is very useful in this situation because Marley doesn't have an AoE cure herself. So, it helps. And then once we take out one of the limbs, Chrono is delegated to Luminaire duty, and Marley should be able to heal from there. One thing about this boss is, from this point on, he has something called Protective Seal, Remove Status. What that does is if you have something that gives you a beneficial status effect, it removes it. And that even applies to if you're wearing something like an amulet or a prism helm. If you're wearing an amulet or a prism helm, it removes that status, and you can now be affected by status effects, which will mess you up. As we will see here, it just hit Marley. And then any of his status effect-inducing abilities later on, Marley will become poisoned, or confused, or stopped, or one of a varying thing. Which will piss me off to no extent, I'm sure, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. In the meantime, we've taken out one arm. He's now the one-armed man. Which, it's not difficult. Now that we've got 2 people, Chrono and Magus are close to full health. Marley can cure herself. The other arm is dead. This fight's not dangerous. And it's not like the Giga guy where he will resummon his arms. Once you've killed an arm, it stays dead. Well, I can't say that for sure, because I don't know. I've never seen the arms come back, but I doubt they do. And see, there we go, obstacle! It now confused Marley, even though she's wearing a prism helm. That is probably the most dick move in a boss fight ever, but it works. Because it makes sense. If you can remove a protective status, you should remove the ultimate protective status. I have wondered if I go into the fight with something like an amulet and a safe helm, if it will remove both status or if it'll just remove one. I don't know the testing behind that, and I'm not that mathematically inclined to care or try. Shadow Slay, it's Dalton's burp, and it does induce poison. Obstacle induces chaos. I'm sure he's got one that does stop, but I don't remember. But yeah, he can... Any status effect now, we are prone to. So, or at least Marley's prone to. One good thing is, if he gets that off multiple times in a row, if he targets the same person, that's great. If he targets multiple people, you're screwed. So, and one thing is, I don't know if it carries over for this fight to the next. So, I don't think it does. I think once the fight stops, all status effects go back to normal. If you're poisoned, you're not poisoned in the next fight. So I hope that's the case. The next form has the same ability as well, because obviously the final boss has to have the accumulation of all powers and therefore be unstoppable. Or at least you would think. In fact, he's very stoppable. But this counterpart to Lavos is... He's kind of a pansy once you get rid of his hands. He really loses a lot of the power. Shadow Doom Blaze is the only thing you have to worry about. And I have tested before, if you put Ruby Mail on, it cures you. But I'm not going to put Ruby Mail on all of my people for one attack. Especially since they need the defense and attributes from the other armor that I've got. For the next fight, if anything else. With other playthroughs, it doesn't matter, but this playthrough, it's like I've squeaked by in a number of these fights, so I'm not going to take any chances with, half-baked strategies here. I'm going to stick with my tried and true method of just nuking it till it glows with Luminaire, and I'm not even sure what dark matter is, other than some sort of portal to space through the Hubble Space Telescope. But this fight is pretty much done. I think within the next couple of attack rounds, he's dead. And then we've got the boss fight with the next one, so... Because, yeah, I'm spoiling it, there's a next part. You all know this. This is not your first time watching a Chrono Trigger LP. If it is, awesome. Thank you for making me your first. I feel special, and I feel like I should buy you roses and dinner afterwards, but... There's nothing new to this. I'm not showing off anything new. I'm playing this game for fun and shits and giggles because I've got to play through it. I don't have to play through it. Well, I do. It's tradition. Tradition dictates! I'm kind of rambling now. I'm just waiting for this fight to be over. I do, however, love this theme. I actually used this theme as a ringtone for a while. Alright, and that traditional poof sound effect means we have defeated him. And with his trademark... Oh no, he doesn't do the Lavos Scream yet. He makes some sort of... I am evolving... Lavos evolves! From Pikachu to Raichu. No. This is Lavos Core. The final confrontation. I'm not as intimidated by this thing as I was Lavos Heart, really. And since the dawn of time, he's been underground dictating evolution. We were only created to be harvested. Except we weren't created. Humans were obviously here before he got here. Isla was proof of that. We saw him land. That never made sense to me. I mean, pushing evolution along is one thing, but he didn't create humanity. So, traditional Lavos Scream, and we're done. I'll see you in the next part.